guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Maddie if you're new here, and in today's video I'm going to be reading books that Isaac Henderson read in Heartstopper. So in season 1 and season 2 of the Netflix adaptation of the graphic novel by Alice Oseman, Isaac is always holding a book, and some good ones, like some really well-known ones and some ones that I've thought about reading for a while, and this is the perfect time to start them. So I chose 3 books for this video. I think 2 of them are definitely in season 2. I'm not sure where the other, I don't think the other one is shown, or I just made it up, I don't know. But it was on a list of books that he read on some article. I tried to screenshot the moments where he's holding these books, but Netflix doesn't let you screenshot stuff anymore. It always shows up as a black screenshot. So cool for them, but not cool for me. But I know for sure that he shows Ace of Spades in season 2, episode 1 at the sleepover party scene. And he's holding book lovers in season 2, episode 3 as they're walking into the bonfire. As far as Boy Erased, that might be in season 1 because I don't remember him holding that. Figured this video would be fun for all of my fellow Heartstopper stans, since I simply cannot stop thinking. I think about Heartstopper every day, and I've just now gotten to the point months later where I stop watching the show every single day. Like, there was a point every single day, a few times a day, where I would just replay my favorite scenes over and over and over. And yeah, I guess I did that for almost 2 months. The obsession will never stop. They're filming season 3 right now, and it will probably be out August 2024, and I'm ready. But in the meantime, I am going to keep reading. So let's get started with this video. Okay guys, so the first book I'm reading for this video is Ace of Spades by Àbíké-Íyímídé. I looked up the pronunciation and I hope I said that correct. I think I did. But I'm actually listening to it as an audiobook from the library. I'll show you what the cover looks like. I am 38% into it. It is about a 15-hour audiobook. I've been bumping up the speed for my audiobooks lately. It's automatically set on 1, and I bump it up to 1.3. It doesn't feel too fast at all, but it's fast enough where there aren't any pauses. Sometimes audiobooks are way too slow for me, and I'm like, let's get to the point. Let's get this going. So I think 1.3 is the perfect speed. And honestly, I am loving this book. I am a harsh critic when it comes to audiobooks because I feel like I am not getting the full experience and it's hard to follow along. But with this book, there is so much happening and the drama is juicy that I am able to follow along, and I want to keep listening to it. I've listened to it for 5 hours already and crazy things haven't happened, which is a compliment to the book because it's still exciting that I want to listen to it even though we're not to the bulk of the plot. I think it's pretty exciting, and I know it's going to get even crazier because there is drama, there are lies, like relationships, and just some major tea happening at this school. The writing is very direct and easy to listen to. I feel like I know what's going on at every point in the story. Nothing is confusing, so that's good. It's a young adult thriller mystery. It's kind of reminding me of Solitaire by Alice Oseman. It's the exact same vibes as that, and for some reason it's also reminding me of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, that series. I don't know why. Maybe just because that's also young adult and it takes place in high school. But it's like a mix of those two. But this one is probably going to be my favorite. I just feel like there's so much more going on. There's more to the story, and it's also deeper than those other 2 books. It's definitely exploring like social issues. So this is definitely going to leave more of an impact on me, I feel like, than the other books I've read that are similar to this. That's my update on that. I am slowly turning into an audiobook person, or I've just been listening to a lot of amazing audiobooks lately, so I definitely have to be picky with my audiobooks, otherwise I'm never gonna finish them. I also started Book Lovers for this video, I remember when I saw Isaac have this on screen, I freaked out because I was like, ah, I know that's Emily Henry's book. It was even in the UK cover edition, so right away I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I have had this book for probably a year. I got it right when it came out. I've truthfully only read 2 Emily Henry books, which is crazy because Beach Read is my favorite book of all time and I always talk about Emily Henry. I'm so excited to get into this book for the video. I find that I can actually read multiple books at a time now if they are super different. For example, if I was reading like this and then a thriller in a physical copy, that would work. But also the fact that I'm reading this physical copy and then listening to an audiobook, that's different enough for me to keep things separate. I'm gonna get into reading Book Lovers. I'm on chapter 3 right now. I am already giggling and I'm on page 51 of Book Lovers. Emily Henry's banter. Unmatched. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm still super giddy from this book. I'm only like 75 pages into it now, but I'm loving it. And the curious part of my brain was like, what is this rated on Goodreads and how is it rated compared to her other big 3 books? She has like 4 really well-known books, but she has earlier books as well. I actually have one out on my Kindle right now. It's called A Million Junes, and a few other ones that people really love but nobody ever talks about. But Book Lovers is actually her highest rated book on Goodreads. What if I like this more than Beach Read? That would be shocking. Back to reading. Hey guys, it's the next day. I don't know if I ever keep track of the days, so every time it's a new day, I'm just gonna say it's the next day or good morning. But I just have a little coffee here. It's actually lunchtime. I had to get stuff done this morning and did not have a coffee, but I have the Isogeropod with some milk and a little bit vanilla. And just a little update on my books. I'm loving both of the books. Currently 51% done with Ace of Spades. And I'm gonna be honest, it is slowing down a little bit right now, but I think since the beginning was more fast-paced to get you like hooked on the story, all is forgiven. I would rather the beginning be faster and the middle slower, because at least I'm hooked from the beginning, than the beginning be slow, you know? So there's that. I'm sure it will pick up very soon. I only have 6 hours 45 minutes left, and then I have been loving Book Lovers. I read some last night before I went to sleep. I read some this morning when I woke up instead of going on my phone. I'm on page 158. I will check in with you guys maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, because I don't know how much reading I'll get done today. Bye! I'm crying. I'm on the last 10 pages of Book Lovers. It's been a few days since I filmed the clip of me finishing Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I loved it. 5 stars. I already want to reread it and annotate it because there were so many cute quotes, or more so cute dialogue moments between the characters. Recommend this. It is up there with Beach Read. It really is. I think I'd have to read it one more time to determine which Emily Henry book is my favorite between Beach Read and Book Lovers. I want to read Happy Place so bad now. I have to get it. Oh, when I was in Amsterdam, the bookstore in the airport, it had Happy Place in paperback in the US cover, so like the pink cover, except it was ginormous. I've seen the UK cover before in paperback and it was still bigger. And so when I saw this one from afar, I was like, oh my gosh, they have the paperback in the US version, but it was still like 10 times bigger than the normal paperback size. Emily Henry, if you're seeing this, please release the paperback. I will not have my books, like, I will not have Happy Place tower above the other one. That is ridiculous. They will all be even if it's the last thing I do, if I have to bind the book myself. Just kidding, I won't do that. But her books are just, they're deeper than just a rom-com. The characters have sad backstories that they're trying to overcome while still working on being a couple and learning to love each other the way they deserve to be loved. It is just, wow. I loved Book Lovers. So glad I read it for this video. Then my other update, I am, I think like 90% through, 92% through. I still have an hour left. And let me tell you, this book is twisted. I did not read the back of the book before I started reading this. I just saw other people's reviews and I thought this was gonna be like Gossip Girl, like drama at high school. No. This is a dark academia. It deals with such heavy issues. I was shocked. It is a dark academia mixed with racism. It has a strong female lead. The bar has been set extremely high because this book was so well written. I can tell the author worked really hard on it, and I'm not even done yet. I hope the ending is satisfying. I'm literally gonna throw hands if things don't work out for the main characters. I'm going to lose it. So I'll update you guys when I'm done with it. Also, I had an idea of the third book I was gonna read for this theme video, and I don't know if I'm vibing with it anymore because Ace of Spades was already kind of a dark book, and I don't really want to do like a dark, sad book for my last one, but it's kind of the only choice I have right now because I did receive the audiobook version from the Libby app finally. It is called Boy Erased by Gerard Conley. I've heard this book before and I've seen trailers for the movie, or I've heard about the movie. It's only 8 hours to listen to. Let me look up the summary because I don't want to explain it wrong. And I don't even remember Isaac holding this book in season 1 or season 2, but I'm sure he did. The son of a Baptist pastor and deeply embedded in church life in small town Arkansas, as a young man, Garrett Conley was terrified and conflicted about his sexuality. So it's based on a true story. When Gerard, did I say Garrett? I don't know what his name is. It's G-A-R-R-A-R-D, Gerard, was a 19-year-old college student. He was outed to his parents and forced to make a life-changing decision. Either agree to a church-supported conversion therapy program that promised to cure him of homosexuality or risk losing his family and friends and the God he had prayed to every day of his life. It's about his story. That seems kind of sad. I don't know if that would be a fun book to listen to. I'll let you guys know. The only other option I have is to listen to Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, because I have that one out from Libby too, but I'm not really in the mood to do another audiobook. I want to read something. So I'm gonna do a little research, see what I can find, and let you guys know what my third book is. Okay, so it's the same day. I just finished Ace of Spades while I was unpacking and starting some laundry. And for a minute there, I was worried there wasn't going to be a happy ending because it wasn't like the most wrapped up at the end, like something big happened and then kind of implied that the people that were being racist and everything were caught, but it didn't really expand on it too much. However, then there was the epilogue that was 16 years later, and it was very obvious that the main characters got justice finally, and the end was even kind of like spooky. I knew who it was going to be when they were describing like the last person mentioned in the book. I was like, oh my god, I know who it's gonna be, and he's gonna get his ass beat. And I was like, woo! I was listening to the author's note, and the author wrote this when she was in her second year of college, and then it got published her senior year. So that's incredible. And she was talking about how she grew up in, I don't know where she grew up, somewhere in London. In her town, it was very diverse. So when she went to college in Scotland, she like would not see a person of color for days. And so that's kind of where her experience to write the book came from. She didn't imply that the school she went to in real life was like Nibius, but she said there was definitely something sinister going on, and the world at that time just made her seem like Black people couldn't have happy endings. But she wanted this book to show that Black people can have happy endings even if they have a sad story. Well, I'm glad she included that author's note in there. It really like added to the end of the book for sure. Oh, and in the beginning of the book I said it was kind of like Gossip Girl, and she said she started watching Gossip Girl in college, and she was just sad that there were no Black people on the show, and so that's kind of where she got her inspiration to start writing this book. Hey guys, so I did end up starting the audiobook for Boy Erased. I'm gonna be honest, I think I pronounced the author's name wrong. I think I said Gerard or Jared earlier. Wait, no I didn't. I think it's Jared. The spelling is throwing me off, and they haven't said his name in the story yet, so I don't know. But I'm at 3 hours into it. That's 38% done. Here's my interpretation of it so far. It's crazy to see how things have definitely changed since the early 2000s, and it's also crazy to see how much they haven't, and sad. Okay guys, so just a little update. I'm on my last book for this video, Boy Erased. I am 59% through. I have 3 hours and 20 minutes left to listen to. I wish I knew how to pronounce this guy's name. Okay guys, after pronouncing Garrett's name wrong this entire video, I finally found a video of him speaking. His name is pronounced Garrett. The spelling is slightly confusing with the extra R at the end there, so I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name this whole video. But I am 59% through with the audiobook. I have 3 hours and 20 minutes to go. It is very sad. I'm waiting for the part of the story where he finds his voice and starts healing, because so far it is just like a lot of hurt and pain and trauma. He's a very smart guy. It's a little bit hard for me to listen to. Audiobooks in general are hard for me to listen to unless it's like a thriller kind of and has me like excited for what's coming next. But for a sad story like this, it is hard to stay really dialed in. I almost wish that they had a copy of this book at my library. They didn't. They only had the audiobook version. Wonder if that has something to do with the book ban. I don't know if this is on the banned book list, but I feel like it might be. I wish I had a physical copy of this book because I think it would hit me harder if I was reading it right in front of my face. It just is a little bit hard for me to stay focused. Oh my god, it is on some banned book lists. There's a universal one that I keep seeing with a lot of the same books, but this one specifically is banned in Texas and at a few other libraries across the country. What the heck? I will update you guys when I finish listening to Boy Erased by Jared Conley, because that will be the end of this video. Hey guys! So I did end up finishing Boy Erased 2 nights ago, and here are just my final thoughts. I feel like the structure of the book hindered my ability to fully grasp it and to get maximum understanding out of the book, because the timeline not only confused me, like it would jump back and forth between college, growing up, and then when he was at LIA for a week or two, stuff like that. It would just bounce back and forth. There were some scenes and specific stories he told that were not fully explained. Like it would get to the climax of the story and then the chapter would end and it would cut to like 5 years back in the future, stuff like that. And I feel like if Garrett had really fully dove into that, it would have hit harder and I would have been like, wow. I just feel like he had an opportunity to make some scenes more powerful, because I saw like the potential behind it, but he really needed to focus in on a few specific scenes instead of kind of exploring his whole entire story. I don't know, you know, because I want him to tell his whole story, but there were definitely moments that he needed to focus in on more so than other moments. I feel like the book kind of focused more on his struggle with religion and relationship with God, more so than his struggle with being gay and coming to terms with his sexuality. But I guess that makes sense because his religion is the thing that made him feel like it wasn't okay to be who he was. So I guess, wow, I kind of just talked that through. That makes sense. And then the ending was kind of I needed more closure, but also this is based on a true story, so he probably didn't get the closure that he wanted to either. My understanding is his relationship with his mom has healed. He kind of forgave his mom, but it didn't really explore the relationship with his dad. I don't know, the ending kind of was abrupt, but I do know that he is now married and he posts about his husband, he posts about his mom, so I'm glad to see that. And just kind of end on a positive note, this is a very valuable story, so I hope you guys add this to your TBR list, and I'm glad I read it. Alright guys, this video is coming to an end. I had so much fun incorporating books that Isaac read in Heartstopper in this video. Such great books. I honestly want to keep reading more books that are placed throughout the show. Alice Oseman did a great job of picking what books got displayed in there, or the props department or whatever, because they were all amazing reads. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below for more bookish content. Bye!